Gone are the days of Microsoft's innovative, exciting Windows 10 mobile platform growth and potential. Today, we just have a bunch of Windows phones on the market that aren't being updated, their apps aren't being updated, and many users are forcing themselves to go over to Android or iOS because of this particular issue. But for the die-hard Windows fans out there still is people using Windows 10 mobile, and my previous videos have shown just that. Today I want to share with you what is on my Windows phone for the month of October 2016. Let's get into that right now. Let's go. So my Lumia 640 did feature an 8 megapixel camera with flash interchangeable colorful backs to go along with the colorful Lumia line here. I do have the nice power switch here as well as the volume marker, which looks I just really like this design. Even though Microsoft, I don't use this phone very often anymore, I did like the Lumia design. It did look very much colorful, and it looked very, I don't know, it looked modern to me. I don't know, a lot of people didn't like Windows Phone, but in my opinion, I love the modern look of this. It was just very techy looking in my opinion. So it does have the double tap feature, and I do want to show you here what I do have on my Windows Phone. So beginning on the lock screen, I do have the Bing wallpaper. I like to keep these on here because they do go ahead and switch as you go about your day. You'll get different wallpapers, and I'm always into customization. I'm not very fixed in the way I keep my phones. I don't like them staying fixed for one little pattern for a whole long time. So if you come here from September, October, or any other month when I did it once on my Windows phone, you're gonna see that it doesn't look quite the same, and I might even have different apps. So hopping in, I am rocking this red color theme here. This is not the bright punchy red, this is more of the strawberry red. So if you look closely, that's not that super red they got in that colorful drawer where you can select your colors. This is more of the strawberry red. I'll go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. So if I go into personalization and I go into colors here on this Windows phone, you can see they do have the punchy red, was what I'm talking about right there. But the red I'm using is this one down here, which is more of like a strawberry red. It's right under the green if you guys want to use that one on your Windows phone. So you might see this and be like, well, there's a bunch of applications, let's check them out. But basically, these are systematically designed. I don't have these all scattered everywhere. They're actually in line for the way I would go about my day. So let me explain what I mean by that. So the way I have this set up is very productivity oriented. So you can see at the top of the device, when I wake up in the morning, I always check the weather. So I keep that right over here. Now, these first 4 apps up on the right side of the device is calendar, settings, messages, and camera. And they're placed like that on purpose because of the 5-inch display. And I do have some big hands, as you can see right there. But still, it's a little bit of a reach on phones with a square design. Ergonomically, it's a more of a reach when you have a square design phone. So over here, you're gonna see that I do have these 4 for easy one-hand access, and they're methodically placed like that because I do want easy one-hand access, so I can go into calendar, settings, messages, and camera. Now up here, I do have 4 of my most used apps daily, which would be phone, calculator. Right here is a days counter where I'm tracking what I'm doing. So do Windows Phone video today, for example. And I do have right here the clock, the alarm clock. So that's basic stuff right there. Now I do pin Google Keep to my home screen. You could just pin that from the Microsoft Edge browser because I do like to use that. MyTube, thank you, whoever mentioned MyTube. I think a lot of you actually mentioned this, but I checked out MyTube. This is actually, I would say, probably the best YouTube client on the Windows Store. It's got this nice intuitive design. If you go to my uploads, you can see right here, very nice, clean YouTube experience here. You can even pin your favorite channels to your lock screen. And if I go to my subscriptions, I don't see anything right there at the moment. But if you go ahead and go into MyTube, there's plenty of features. And this is an app that the developers are actually still supporting. So I do recommend MyTube if you don't have it on your Windows device. Now, Spotify is Spotify. We know what it is. It's a music client. It's very popular now. I don't know, they don't really update this too often on Windows Phone, but it still works pretty solid, even with the update that it's on. And I do keep messages there, but we already talked about that side row. So down here to the left, I do keep my photos. So I don't go into photos all that often. I do keep this Windows News application, which I'm not quite sure. I kind of forgot what the name of it was, but you can see this is Windows News. I'm sure if you type in Windows News, you will get it. Let me go ahead and go into the app drawer and find out what that is. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Windows Central, there you can see Windows Central. That's the name of that application, Windows Central. And that's the updated design for the Windows 10 operating system. So down here, I do like to keep eBay and Amazon, my two favorite online shopping platforms. I don't mess with like Alibaba and all those right at the moment because they're a little bit too in my face. I really like the clean design of Amazon, and I like how eBay is kind of just search for whatever you want. Now on Gmaps, you can see that is like a Google Maps client for the Windows Phone. Try to, I like my Google services. I know Microsoft phones are, Microsoft service based, but that's why another reason why I think this platform went under is because of, the lack of Google services. If Google and them didn't have some beef when it comes to these operating systems, I think this phone would actually be much more accessible to more people would hop on this platform if Google services and applications were updated. But over here, I do keep a row of social media platforms. So I do have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. By the way, you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter account. Links are down below in the description. And I do have a Facebook fan page where I post all of the latest updates for videos and things like that. So if you're not on the channel and you usually rock out on Facebook, you can find me there as well. So you can see right here, I do have the Evernote application. Now, Evernote is a cross-platform note-taking application for heavy productivity use, in my opinion. And it's a very amazing application. I do like to keep most things cross-platforms as I do tech reviews, and I do hop between devices. I'm not, one to stay on one phone and only one operating system. So I do tend to prefer cross-platform applications. I do have a folder here that is going to be some photography stuff. So Photoshop Express and Photastic Collage here. So collage making for Photastic Collage and Photoshop Express. I do keep the Windows Store there. And for games, I play Temple Run 2 is right here. It says weekly challenges, but that's Temple Run 2 and Temple Run. That's probably like my favorite game of all time on mobile devices, just because I don't really play games all too often, but when I do, I like to just run and run and run. So you can see right there, Spellspire. I do have that's basically an application somebody suggested in a previous What's on My Windows Phone. So you can see that when you do suggest, I do go ahead and try these out for myself. And if I like them, I do keep them on there. So Spellspire is basically a game where you spell out words and you go up to the next level. It's pretty awesome stuff. And over here is Endomondo, where you can go ahead and track your runs and things like that, walking, and it's very awesome, and it has like a 5-star rating. So if you guys are into health, go ahead and check out the Endomondo app. Also got to keep Uber on there just in case I need an Uber. So over here you can see I do have Microsoft Edge, the browser. Now going into my app tray, I don't have much more here. I do keep 6tag in case Instagram is acting up, so I keep that there just in case of that. Amazon Kindle, although the Kindle app hasn't been updated forever and it kind of really sucks on the Windows platform, so I don't highly recommend Amazon Kindle on here, but if this is all you have and you want to read some Kindle, go ahead and download it, but you're not going to be very happy with the experience. You're probably better off just buying like a Amazon Fire for like 40 bucks or something and using that. But over here you could see I do have Best Buy because I do shop there a lot. You could see cars.com right there. Scrolling down, just some of the normal stuff there. Got flashlight app. Going down to more hyperlapse mobile for Microsoft time lapsing. And I think that's about it here on What's on My Windows Phone down there. I got speed test, system information for like, letting you know what kind of information you have on the phone. So your resolution, your hardware, Voice Recorder Pro, which I do recommend if you take a lot of voice notes, Voice Recorder Pro there. And I do have Wikipedia here for research, and that's about it. Xbox down there. So yeah, that's about it on what is on my Windows Phone for the month of October 2016. So if you guys, have any applications you want to suggest, I know they don't really push out too many new applications, but it is still a platform, so there is still a niche market of people using it. And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you fall into that category of the people still using Windows Phone 10. Please go ahead and drop some application suggestions down below. This is not my daily driver. I do not rock Microsoft Phone as my daily driver, but I did not kick it under the rug. I still do use it from time to time, as I do like to play with all the platforms. And until this phone goes the way of BlackBerry, where it's totally unusable, it's kind of like out of the works, then I'm going to continue using this phone because I just love tech and I don't discriminate against platforms. So anyway, that's pretty much gonna wrap this video up. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. And for all of you who watch the other videos and you don't even use Windows Phone, but you were just watching this video because you love watching my videos, thank you for sticking around as well. Have a great day, everybody. Be sure to be well, and peace.
No.